Good afternoon, everyone. See, Northwoods Press was in here earlier. Devil Dog was in here earlier. Hopefully you guys come back. They're just getting the stream going on my phone on YouTube. So if I need to go to the YouTube site, I can do that. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. I'm cooking a corned beef and cabbage dinner right now. Sorry about disappearing. The sun's hitting me and that's making me disappear. And here's Teddy came to visit. Hello, Mike. Hello, Charlene. Okay, I think I'm gonna shut Earl off for a few minutes till it gets a little darker. That sun is really messing with this virtual background. There we go. Still got a sunspot there, but at least I won't be disappearing now. I should hang a blanket up over the window to block the sun. But I ran out of staples the other day. And I can't find my other staples. I know I've got them right here. It was a brand new box. I took one thing of staples out of it. So it's just a matter of putting my hands on it. Hello, my daily life. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you also. I was just saying, I'm making a corned beef and cabbage dinner. I've had the corned beef on since about noon. And my crock pot isn't a huge one. I was going to cut the corned beef brisket in half and only cook half of it and be able to put my potatoes, cabbage, carrots in it. But I decided to cook the whole thing while I was at it. So that's all that'll fit in the crock pot. So I had to do the potatoes, cabbage, and carrots separate. So hopefully that turns out good. I should get a big crock pot. Because I like cooking a roast with potatoes and carrots and onions and everything in it. I do that occasionally. And when I'm doing it, I like to cook up enough for 2 or 3 days. Hello, Maritza Yarns and Crafts. Hello, Sassy777. Yeah, weather's beautiful here. Not sure what the temperature was today. Oh, that's interesting. Cooking corned beef and beer. I never tried that. Yeah, I just cooked it in the juices that came in the package. And the seasoning packet that comes with it. And then filled it up with water. Hello, J&B. Oh, it's warmer than that here. We do have a freeze watch up for tonight. It's supposed to go down to 30. So no big deal unless you've got sensitive vegetables in your garden, then that could be an issue. And for fruit trees and stuff that are bloomed, that could be an issue. And it's supposed to be up in the low 50s tomorrow, mid 30s tomorrow night. And then from Tuesday on, it's supposed to be warmer again. It's 66 here right now. It probably made it up around 70 today, I would say. Current humidity is 23%. Hello, DJ Adventures and Beyond. Hello, Skip. 60 degrees in Henton. I don't make a big meal like this too often. I think last time I dug up the crock pot and made something, because I don't have room for it to sit on the shelf, being in a camper. Once I get moved, then it's going to be much easier for me to cook stuff like this. So in order to get the crock pot out, I have to take the toaster off the shelf, put the crock pot where I normally have the toaster. I made some soup, I don't know, probably early part of the winter. Hello, AMC. Hello, Steve. Yeah, we used to, didn't be too far apart there, Skip. I can't remember exactly where it is that you live, but we were probably not more than 3 hours apart. I'd say probably between 2 and 3. I know what part of the state you're in. I just can't remember exactly where. Yeah, I'm about 20 hours from where I used to live. If you drove right straight through. Obviously, it took us longer than that. Stop and eat and rest and get gas and everything. But straight driving, Google Maps saying 20 hours. There's Deborah. Too bad I wasn't outside. I could have made her get on camera. Oh, 44 degrees. Well, that's probably not too bad considering your location there, DJ. That's 39 up there, Skip. That fly is not my pet. I think they're attracted to the light. There's a little green light right next to the camera lens. I think that's why the flies keep flying there, because they're attracted to that little light. Your Dino. Hasn't been in my lap all day. And now he has to be in my lap. Yep, there goes Deborah with some hay. Taking it over to the rabbits. They've been working on one of the rabbit enclosures all afternoon. We had the storm on Thursday. The roof was destroyed on that. So they had to rebuild the roof. Yep, Jeff got a septic in. And it's just a matter of, I have no idea where he is on this. Some of the stuff may already be done. And now he's just got to get someone there to help him with getting the drains hooked up. So stuff will actually go into the septic system. And the last I knew, he was looking for a toilet because he never had a toilet in that house before. When he lived in it before, he had a composting toilet, homemade composting toilet. So he's got to have an actual fancy toilet now. Hello, Christina. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you also. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Steve. I'm okay and the animals are okay. There was quite a bit of damage. It broke the windshield on my van. I'm getting that replaced on Thursday. And a lot of dents in the hood of the van, roof and stuff. But that, I'm not gonna worry about that. It just doesn't look quite as good as it did before, but it doesn't hurt it. And then there was a lot of other stuff. Took some hits from the hail. My favorite chicken waterer. First one I ever bought. It destroyed that. And I've got 2 dog crates out there. And I had the plastic tray that goes in the bottom of them on top of them to keep some of the rain out. Well, both of those plastic trays are right full of holes now. And unfortunately, one of those dog crates isn't mine. It's a borrowed one. So I'm going to have to see about buying another plastic tray for that. Or buying a whole new dog crate and just exchanging that. And then there's even holes in the ground. Walk on, and you see these big holes in the ground from where the hail hit. It was pretty intense. It was either the worst or the second worst hailstorm I've ever been in. Because the hail storm that was in New York a few years back, very rarely did we ever get hail that size up there. But that was a pretty bad one. Damage-wise, this is the worst. But as far as the size of the hail, I would say it's pretty close. Possibly the one in New York with a little bit bigger hail. Because I didn't measure the hail, but as a lot of you saw in my video, that's what it was. And that was probably 15, 20 minutes after it stopped. So it already started melting. But I would say probably 2.5 inches. Some of them were probably 3 inches or better. Oh, okay, Skip. So it probably was about 2 hours or so from where I used to live. Okay, Mike. I was hoping to see you, but I know there'll be another opportunity. Maybe you can make it to the party I'm having after I get moved. Kind of thinking at this point, might be combination housewarming party / Christmas party. I hope it's long before Christmas. It should be. There's a lot of little stuff Jeff has to do before he moves. Drew's got to do a little more landscaping, get the ground smoothed out and stuff, so he can get his hoop coops and fencing set up. And then, like I was saying earlier, you got to get his drains hooked up. A lot of little stuff like that. But that shouldn't take a terribly long time. Then after he gets moved, the floors have to be redone in the house. But from what I understand, that's not going to be a major job. That should just be a few days. If the ones that are going to do it can get in there and get it done right away. Because that's another thing, too. Trying to work with everyone's schedule. Yeah, I saw that, Skip. I follow Peter Hall, while the meteorologist in Syracuse. I follow him on Facebook. And he was saying that this was the earliest ever that there's been 3 70-degree days in Syracuse. Hello, Sue. Hello, Joanne. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love all my kitties. That very well could be, Skip. I didn't hear about anyone in this area, but there was storms over a wide area that night. I was concerned about the tornado that hit Hot Springs Village, because that was right in the village. But they said there was no fatalities there. I don't even think there was any injuries. That was an EF2. Hello, Jenny. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you also. Yes, Jane B. Jeff did see that. Several people commented it, including myself. And I know Jeff was asking Wiley for his opinion on it in his live on Friday. So yeah, he did see that. And with Jeff O'Reilly being disabled to start with, I would highly recommend that for him. Because it's not going to get any easier for him to get around. Hello, Adventure America. Hello, the chicken. Hello, Jonesy. Nope, I do not miss New York, Sassy 777. Not at all. I love it down here. Yes, Jane B, that would be nice to be able to settle in for the hot weather. Yeah, that weather has been ridiculous up there at the chicken. I've been following one of the meteorologists on Facebook out of Syracuse. And also, I still have Parrish, New York saved in my phone on WeatherBug. So I check the weather. Plus, I'm in contact with a couple people that live up that way. And that weather's been crazy, right from one extreme to the other. Possibly J&B. I have talked to Gary about it. In fact, Jeff recommended him. And I talked to him, and he said he's built catios before. It'd be no problem. But I can do it myself also. Pretty much all the framework is there. And I just need to fasten hardware cloth onto it. And there's some places that I may need to reinforce the frame a little bit, just so I get the hardware cloth good and tight. But it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, I love kitties too, Joanne. I've got 9 of them. Oh, that's good, the chicken. I think. Hopefully they're not going to hold off until spring and summer and then be more severe. Yeah, the only thing that we've really had bad here was the hail on Thursday. We were under a tornado watch, but the closest tornado was in Hot Springs Village, and that's about an hour and a half away, I think it is. And really, other than the hail, it wasn't a bad storm. Yeah, we had some pretty good winds and some thunder and lightning, a lot of rain. But the hail is what did all the damage. Yep, we got a freeze watch for tonight. They're saying it's going to go down to 30. Then tomorrow night's supposed to be mid-30s. And then from Tuesday on, it's supposed to be warm again. Yep, there was hail all throughout this area, but it was very spotty. Well, not really spotty. There were just certain thunderstorms had the hail. On the other side of the mountains, where I'm going to be moving to shortly, they just had some small hail over there. Nothing that did any damage. It's, by the road, it's probably 30 miles or better. But straight over the mountains as the crow flies, that's only 10 miles away. And there was so much difference. Radio Jonesy on tour. Member for 4 months. Thank you, Jonesy. I appreciate that. And that reminds me, I forgot to turn the ticker on. There we go. All of my members are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. On the ticker, I have all the members listed on there. And in the description, I have the ones listed in there that I can find a link to their channel. Most of them, I think there's one or two on there that aren't content creators. But almost all of them are content creators. So if you don't mind, check them out. And if you like their channel, go ahead and subscribe. And also, if anyone wants to type king or drop, you can use either one in chat. Nightbot will drop the channel link. I know I've got some new ones in here tonight that I don't have as moderators yet. But anyone that's moderator, you can always click the three dots next to anyone's name and then click go to channel. Yeah, I actually need to add some as moderators on here, so it is easier for you to check out others' channels. The chicken could use some support on his channel. He's been trying like crazy, and he is terrific at supporting other channels. He has shouted me out several times. He's just a great guy. He's always trying to help others out. So if anyone could give him any support, that would be appreciated. Hello, Henry Leslie, Vermont. Thank you, Radio Jonesy. I appreciate that. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer. It'll be a little while, but hopefully not too much longer. That's fine, Joanne. Well, you're not a nobody. Maybe you're not a creator. That doesn't mean you're a nobody. Because none of us would have channels and we didn't have people supporting us. And I have to admit, I don't support people as much as I should because I get run out of time because there's so many of them. But I'm trying to balance it out where I can show support to the ones that are showing support to me. That's why I'm turning off. Because originally, everyone was saying, when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click it for all notifications. Well, I started getting so many notifications, I couldn't keep up with them. Some that I wanted notifications from, either I wasn't getting them at all, or I was just losing them in the rest of the notifications. So the past couple months, I've been going through, and the ones that aren't supporting me, I've been turning off the notifications. I still may occasionally get notification from them, just with YouTube pushing them out. But that has helped me immensely, because I'm getting a lot more notifications now for the ones that are supporting me. So I'm trying. Now, thank you to all the ones that are connecting with the chicken. Because, like I said, he shouted me out I don't know how many times. So I like to see him get some support back. I hadn't put a video out in a long time. And then when I put that video out Friday, that just went crazy. The last I checked, I had 751 views on it. And I've only had maybe half dozen videos, 7 or 8 at the most, that have done that well. Hello, Radio Man. Hello, Brett. Yep, you don't say no reply is necessary, Brett, but everyone's going to reply to you, because that's just what we do. Yep, I know what you talk about there, the chicken. I'm not dropping any subscriptions. I'm still saying subscribe to everyone that I was, but just the ones that I'm pretty sure are not supporting me. And there's a few that I don't think are supporting me that I do have notifications on, just because I like their content. I find it very useful. But for the most part, I'm trying to support the channels that support me. But it's good to leave me an occasional comment or say hello to me in a live or something, so I do know you're supporting me. Yes, I've had several shout-outs from Bobblehead Homestead. I have gained, I would say, probably, between all the shout-outs that he's done, it's got to be at least 500 or 600 subscribers that I have gained. Hello, Wanda. And thank you, J&B, for the reminder on the thumbs up. Yes, Brett, I have to agree with that. Bobblehead is a great guy. You know, when I got down here, obviously, being at Brett and Deborah's place, they were the very first YouTubers I met. But then the next day, Jeff showed up with a blueberry pie. And that was not what I expected, for him to make a special trip here to meet me. He's a bigger channel, but he sure doesn't forget the smaller channels. He's just a great guy. Yep. That's like me, the chicken. I was just getting so many notifications. I had to start turning them off. And I'm getting notifications now from channels that I was never getting notifications from, or at least didn't see notifications from them. So I'm actually catching lives now that I'd been missing. Dino, you fell. Gio went to roll over into my lap from my bed over onto my lap because I'm sitting in the chair right next to the bed, and he missed and fell on the floor. But didn't fall all the way because he grabbed on the mattress as he was falling. Thank you, Northwoods Press. I appreciate that. Northwoods Press is another great supporter. I've been to a couple of his lives, and I have to admit, last night I went to bed. I did see you were live last night, just as I was getting ready to get off from YouTube, but I was tired, so I went to bed. Yep, Radio Jonesy, just enjoy your time on YouTube. Well, thank you, Wanda. I'm glad you loved it. And I hope to get videos out regularly. I know I keep saying that, and then stuff comes up, or I just don't have the content that I feel will make a good video. Yep, well, what I was saying earlier, this is what Brett's talking about. There's just holes in the ground all over. I was wondering at first, what is this? And then I realized it was the hail. And same thing with Brett. We just wondered, what's making all these holes all over the place? Then he realized it was the hail. I'm just glad I wasn't caught outside in it. And that the chickens had enough sense to take cover. Because I told them in the morning, when they were saying that we could get up to 2-inch hail, I told the chickens, we might be getting some storms this afternoon with hail, so make sure either you go in the coop or under the coop. Don't stay out in it. And they all took cover, so no problems with them. Thank you, Adventure America. Yeah, I hope that helps them out a little bit. He's had his subscribers for a long time. But he's just having quite a time with his watch hours. Hello, Joe. You got that right. Hail was a natural pest. I've got to start shouting you out more to check in and share more of your videos and stuff. That might help you out a little bit. I haven't been sharing much out lately. I got to get back into that. Yes, it was, J&B. Yeah, my very first day here. In fact, he planned on coming the day I got here, but I didn't get here till 10:30 at night, so he waited till the next day. Yep, that can happen to chicken. Well, that's good that that roof is going well, Brett. Oh, okay, DJ. I appreciate that. I gotta get more active on Facebook also. I actually have an Old Man King Homestead page on there, but I haven't put anything on it. It's just been sitting there for over a year now. Yep, that's what I've been doing to check in. And posting video once every blue moon. Because I've only put up 3 videos, maybe 4 videos since the Christmas parade. That caught my eye when I was looking at that the other day. Let's see. That was over 3 months ago. So I think that was like 2 weeks before Christmas. So 4 videos in over 3 months, that's not good. I'm just glad that it didn't hurt me by not posting videos. I've been doing 2 lives a week, and maybe that's what's been keeping my channel alive. Because I've heard that if you don't post a video for about 2 weeks, that YouTube won't push you out at all. And they are definitely pushing me out. Because I've gained 7 subscribers from the video that I put out on Friday. So they must be pushing my video out. Well, that's good to hear, Brett. Oh, rabbits are cute. Hello, Emily. Okay, you have a great evening, Northwoods Press. Yes, that is very unrealistic to check in. I would like to know how many people actually have been able to do that since they came up with that. I bet you could count the number of times someone's done that without taking your shoes off. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you also, Emily. Hello, kindness. Yep, if your videos are getting recommended, that is a good thing. Yeah, I haven't been doing too bad, kindness. Back issues have been a little worse lately. I'm starting physical therapy tomorrow. Well, it's not too bad, the chicken. Well, I know it's been a while since you've been in one of my lives, Kindness. I'm still waiting to be able to move into the house. You have to get a lot closer now, so I'm hoping it won't be too much longer. But other than that, not too much is new. Okay, Steve, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Okay, thanks for being here, Joanne. Hello, Nancy. Okay, I appreciate that, Steve. Yeah, I gave up on shorts because I had a few did real good. And then it seemed like after that, every one I put out wasn't doing anything. I was getting many more views on my regular videos. But I probably should try the shorts again. Yeah, I'm hoping the PT will help. Tomorrow's my evaluation, so then come up with a game plan. Yeah, I haven't been getting many videos out lately, Kindness. I've been averaging about one a month here lately, but I gotta get back into it. Yep, that sure makes things different, doesn't it, Jonesy? Yeah, my thumbnails are horrible. I just use one of the three that YouTube recommends. Oh yeah, that voice to text can be a pain. Oh, that's pretty good, Adventure America. The Tiny Farm Nuggets put one out on Thursday. They were just getting back as the biggest hail hit. It was hailing when they were on their way home. But when they pulled in the driveway, when the real big hail hit, and Deborah filmed that, put out a short on it, the last I knew, they had 13,000 views on it. Yeah, who would ever think Paw Patrol game would get over 100,000 views? Yeah, that's half of it right there to check in. If you realize something you're doing wrong and you work to improve it. Okay, Emily. I got my dinner cooking right now. Yes, I know that, Emily. I was saying in the beginning, I gotta find my staples because my staple gun ran out of staples. I gotta find my staples so I can staple a blanket up here. $72 degrees. Temperature sounds nice. 80% humidity doesn't sound so great though. Well, that 30 degrees doesn't sound good, Joe. Well, yeah, beef barley stew is good. And anyone that wasn't here earlier, I know I just mentioned I'm cooking dinner. I'm cooking a corned beef and cabbage dinner. I forgot to get a corned beef brisket. I was in the grocery store yesterday, just wanted half dozen items, none of them being meat. For some reason, I went in the meat department, just strolling through there, and I saw the corned beef. Well, yeah, that's right. I don't have any corned beef for tomorrow. So I had to grab the corned beef brisket, had a cabbage, pound of the small carrots there. They may cost a little bit more, but that's easier than cutting up the bigger ones. And just open up the bag and dump them in. Already had some potatoes. So that stuff is all cooking now. And hopefully when I get done with the live, it'll be ready. Or if not, soon after that. I didn't get it going as quick as I wanted to. But that happens. Yeah, we're supposed to have a couple chilly nights here. In fact, we have freeze watch up for tonight. Supposed to go down to 30. Low 50s tomorrow. And then mid 30s tomorrow night. And then from Tuesday on, it's supposed to warm back up again. Yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all, Jonesy. Yeah, that's too cold for me to check in. We had a little bit of that. We didn't have many nights it was that cold, but we had a few. You shouldn't see anything like that now. In fact, the average date for the last frost is right around April 10th, April 12th, something like that. And we're almost there now. Yeah, that's pretty cold to check in. Yeah, you have a lot shorter growing season than we do, Wanda. Well, I'm just gonna check dinner real quick. Yeah, my regular videos, they've been doing better than the shorts. For a while there, I put out some shorts. I've never had one that got real huge, but I had one that was up, I think, almost 7,000 views on it. Then all of a sudden, they started getting 50, 100 views. Yeah, my laptop is sitting right on top of the chicks. Okay, I'm just going to shut the camera off for a minute, but I'm not going to mute it so I can still talk. Just want to check, see how everything's going here. Hey, birdies. The chick said hi to everyone. That's not looking too bad. Well, one thing I did forget to do, I forgot to put any salt in the potatoes, cabbage, and carrots. I'm going to do that real quick. Dino wants to help me. Yeah, coming along nicely. Corned beef isn't looking too bad. Vegetables still got a ways to go, but they're starting to soften up a little bit. So I think I might be in luck. We had a very warm fall last fall. I can't remember when we had the first frost, but actually I do remember. It was towards the end of October. We had some cool weather end of October, and then it warmed up again. That's what it was. Denver's about 100 feet from where I live. I'm just the other side of the yard. Hello, Tony. You've most viewed short that I ever had, I put out on a Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Well, 1 o'clock Eastern time, because when I was living in New York. So it'd be about noon, maybe 12:30 Central time. So maybe I should try putting shorts out about noon on Sunday and see what happens. Okay, Tony. Yeah, that's what I was just doing. I had to go check on my food. It's coming along. I didn't see any churches or anything putting on corned beef and cabbage dinners here. But I know where I used to live in New York, there was a few that did it. Yeah, fortunately, Wanda, I got a lot of furniture from Mike. She lives in Oklahoma, and she had some stuff in storage units that she was never going to use again, that she was going to get rid of, and asked me if I could use any of it, and she brought me a big U-Haul truck load of it. Couch, love seat, bed, dresser, some stuff I'm not even sure. I haven't even seen everything. They're unloading the truck. I know the cat's got a nice cat tree. Okay, I'll try about 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Yes, it was very nice of her. Hello, Mike. We start talking about you and you appear in chat. Yeah, thank you for all that stuff. Like I was saying, I still don't even know everything that you brought that day. But I know that's going to be a huge help. Another thing was kitchen table and chairs. Yep, J&B remembered that one. Yeah, there's another thing I was really looking for. Okay, thanks for being here, Nancy. You have a good one. Hello, Raider Rick. Well, you guys want to see a chick or two? I'll move you over here off from the brooder. Here's one of my barred rocks. They're getting feathered out nicely now. Even their heads, which is normally the last thing to feather out, is starting to feather out. I still have to look at the forecast a little more, but the way the forecast is looking right now, later in the week, they should be going outside. Well, I'm having a corned beef and cabbage dinner tonight. Hello. Is it Lewis C or Lois C? Welcome in. Yep, Dino the Good Helper. Oh, yeah. If you got a 14-room house fully furnished, you're not going to fit that in a 3-bedroom mobile home. I know exactly what you're saying there, Wanda. Welcome back to Chicken. Speaking of homemade soup, I know I've mentioned here before that I want to start canning some stuff. That's one thing I want to do. I want to make up the homemade soup and can it. Because I'm not a fan of store-bought soup. So I want to make some soup up the way I want it and can it. And then I'll have it. Just open the jar up, warm it up, done. Yeah, I'm going to start experimenting with food beyond what I've made in the past. I've been watching some YouTube videos, and people are making some interesting stuff. And some of it might have some stuff in it that I don't care to have in my food. I'll substitute that, make some changes. Hello, Gary. Yeah, I like homemade soup. I still have a few cans of soup left that I've had since last summer. It's just the canned soup that you get out of the store. Just isn't exactly what I'm looking for. I grew up on homemade soup. Hello, Pink Sparkle. Okay. Thanks for letting me know that, Pink Sparkle. Well, you're always making some good dinner during my live, Emily. You gotta start sharing that with the rest of us. Oh, muffins sound good, Wanda. Yes, that's right, J&B. Because right now, I keep a few TV dinners in the freezer. So if I'm hurting too much or run short on time or whatever, that's what I can throw in the microwave and get ready real quick. But once I get moved, get some soup canned up, and there's some other stuff I'll be doing, and I'll be a lot better set up. So if I don't have time to cook a full meal like I am today, and like I said, it was a pain to get this set up to be able to cook this today, just because I don't have the room in the camper. So I don't do this too often. But I'm going to be eating off this for a few days. Well, thank you, Gary. It's always a pleasure to have you here. See, Brett's back in chat again. Yeah, sometimes I switch back and forth on lives. Sometimes you get so many of them all at the same time. That is a good sized pot there, Wanda. Have I ever been on your panel, Gary? I know I was on either your panel or Eddie's, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it was only once. If it wasn't for processed foods, I'd starve to death right now with the setup I have. In fact, before made the deal on Jeff's house, at that point I was looking into getting a piece of property and putting a camper on it. And one of the first things I wanted to do was to build a kitchen. But then Jeff's house came along, and everything I want is right there. And I see Ginger pretty interested in the chickens, but it doesn't look like she's able to get in there. Not that I think she'd hurt them. It's just I know if she gets in there and gets chasing them, then they might fly out. But one of the other puppies tackled her and they're playing now, so I guess everything's good. Oh, Granny from Beverly Hillbillies used to cook possum all the time. Yeah, I got a lot of food cooking right now, J&B. It's going to last me a few days. Yeah, I watch a lot of lives too. I think sometimes more than I should. I'm so busy doing YouTube stuff that I fall behind on other stuff. Are you talking about the baby chicks, Emily? But if you talk about the baby chicks, They'll be 4 weeks old Tuesday. Yes, I agree with that. Gary is good people. There's a lot of old Belt Loop 29s. Belt Loop 29, Belt Loop 29 Homestead, Belt Loop 29 Cute Critters. Forget what his cooking channel's called. I think he's got 29 channels that are Belt Loop 29 something. Yes, it should be J&B. Yes, J&B. Dogman said with that. What was it called? Of stovetop that he has now. He can't use most of the pots and pans that he's got. He's got to have special ones. So I definitely can use them. Yeah, it's funny, Joe. But you know, it makes sense. Possum Run Homestead has to cook possum. We'll have to convince her of that. What are you eating, Gary? Ice cream? Not. I'm not muted, Emily. Hello, John. Yeah, he does, Pink Sparkle. Well, thank you for letting me know the sound is good. I know we got quite a few new subscribers in here. Does anyone have any questions for me? Or even the ones that have been subscribed to me for a while. If you have any questions for me, just let me know. YouTube, please watch out for that belt loop guy. He's crazy. Hello, according to Lynn. Well, the plan for the floor, Pink Sparkle, is to obviously fix where it's buckled. That's going to be a matter of removing a piece of the thin boards that are underneath the flooring that's in there now. So that will lay back down. And then going over the entire floor with plywood. And then going over that with a laminate flooring. Which actually, that laminate flooring's already been bought. The one that actually bought the house that I'm going to be doing the rent to own from. Let me pick out what I wanted in there. And it's going to look similar to the floor that's in there now. Jeff's talked to a couple of them. Don't want to give any information out right now because I don't know if he's planning on doing videos on it or what, but I know I'll be getting some videos on it. And then you can find out who's going to be doing the work then. I actually haven't talked to him about it. Everything's been going through Jeff. Well, they said that would be the best bet. The bottom of the doors have to be cut off because the floor is going to be raised up almost an inch. So it should work out good. Okay, Leanie. Okay, thanks for letting me know that. Yeah, Gary's saying 5 that are public. I'm sure he's got 24 that aren't public. Because everything has to be 29 with Gary. Yes, wood stove is going to be coming out. I have concerns over the safety of wood stoves. And I just don't want to take the chance on it. And also bringing in wood for it every day, that's going to be an issue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the wood stove with a propane heater. So if the power goes out, I will have heat. I'm going to get one of the propane heaters that hangs on the wall, and it's got a thermostat on it and stuff. Be similar to the one that I was using when I was in New York. There's that fly back again. The whole house, J&B. It's just the kitchen and living room that are buckled. But they're saying it's going to be best to do the entire house. Plus, if just the kitchen living room's done, then you're going to have what do I call it? An uneven floor going into the bedroom, and the other room is going to be the cat room. And I'm sure I would catch my foot on that. But even without that, they're still suggesting do the entire house. I knew it, Gary. You're probably thinking right now, let me see. What can the name of these other channels be? I got to get to 29. I actually have a total of 5 channels, but only one that I use. I've got my one that's just my name that I started out with. And then the Old Man King Homestead channel. And then I've got one for the cats, one for the dogs, one for the chickens, which eventually is going to have content posted. Obviously, the chicken channel, content from the chickens and cats, be from the cats. And I may also be doing some lives on those channels where I just set a camera up and you can just watch what they're doing. I'm not sure with the dogs because they're going to have a much larger area. But I'm going to have to see how the cats are. See if they hang out in one particular area so I actually can put a camera on them. And the chickens, I know I'll be able to set a camera up and catch the entire chicken run. I know I've seen several channels that do that. They don't get a tremendous amount of views, but they get a decent amount of views on them. I've done it myself. There's one channel, they do it with their goats. Man, I've been there a few times, just watch it 15, 20 minutes, watch the goats playing and eating and stuff. Actually, Pink Sparkle, pellet stoves are a little bit easier to deal with. That's for sure. And the place where I was living in New York, the landlord there had a coal stove. He really liked that. When I first moved there, he had a wood stove. Then he replaced that after, I don't know, 2, 3 years. He put a coal stove then. And he liked the coal stove better than the wood stove. My longest life has been 8 hours. I'm hoping to do 24 hours at some point this summer. Don't know if it'll happen. I'd like to do that. I guess several milestones that I could do it for. One would be to celebrate a year in Arkansas. That'd be May 10th. Also, 2 years on YouTube, which would be July 15th. And my birthday, which would be July 31st. I'm not sure if that'll be happening, but it's a possibility. But I would have to find some people that would want to come up on panel, because I don't want to do 24 hours all by myself. There'd have to be some coordination, because I don't put the link up anymore for anyone to come up. If anyone comes up, that has to be prearranged, and I'll email or text them the link. And if anyone asks me to come up on my live, if it's someone I don't know, I want to have a little time to check the channel out, or maybe ask someone else, do you know this person? I know there's been a lot of stuff going on lately, and I've had several people since I stopped putting the link up that I'd never seen before, and all of a sudden come in my chat demanding that I put the link up. Well, first of all, someone I've never seen before anywhere, never seen him in anyone else's chat or anything, that's unlikely they're going to come up. And then when they demand that I put the link up, absolutely not. Am I interested in a good way, Gary? Hello, Austin. I'm in Arkansas. I lived most of my life in New York. Then last May, I moved to Arkansas. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, that if you're going to have something that's different than what you normally have on your channel, that it should be on a different channel. Oh no, my chat froze up on me. There it goes. They don't figure it's really going to be that big of a project, J&B. It's a small house. It's only a little over 800 square feet. And better insulation underfoot. That's exactly what Jeff was saying. He says it's just going to be that much more. Because everything that's there is going to stay there. So it's going to be another layer of plywood and another layer of floor on top of what's already there. So that should help insulate it even more. Come on, chat, don't freeze up. There we go. What are you drinking wine for, Emily? Was drinking green beer today. I can't say anything, though. I've never had green beer. Hello, DJ. Why? I was in a live for watching and chatting and live for almost 24 hours one time. Al Shafe did a 24-hour live, and I fell asleep for short periods of time a few times. But I bet you I was awake for 23 hours of it. He had some stuff himself that he was giving away, and he had a ton of stuff donated. So he's just doing constant giveaways for the entire 24 hours. Like every 10 minutes he was giving something away. So I wanted to be there for the whole thing to see what I could win. And I might fall asleep for like 10, 15 minutes. I did that a few times. But other than that, I pretty much made the 24 hours. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some type of live on my birthday. In fact, I think my birthday's on a Wednesday this year. Yes, my birthday's on a Wednesday, so that's one of my regular live days, so I definitely will be live on my birthday. I'm just not sure. Probably on my birthday I won't do a 24. Because I'd be going over the top of too many other channels that I watch every week. Okay, you have a good evening also, Adventure America. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I've never had anything bad happen on my channel, Gary, but there was a week or two there. It seemed like everyone was having issues. So that's when I stopped putting the link up. And then 2 weeks in a row, I had issues with someone in chat. So that's when I decided, nope, not putting the link out there anymore. And though if you were able to come up on panel and you asked me to put the link out, then you'd be the only one I would let up. Something like that I might do. But I prefer either send it by email or text. Okay, Wanda. Yeah, my email and my phone number are listed in the description of every live and video. So just go ahead and contact me. And that phone number I have listed on there isn't my regular phone number. That's a special number I have just for YouTube. So it might take me a day or two to get to the messages on there. It's not anything I monitor all the time. Yeah, I can never do 24 hours all by myself. That when I went 8 hours, if it wasn't for having some people up on panel, I couldn't have done that. I think the most I've done all by myself, I'd have to go back and look, but I think around 4 hours. Well, that sounds nice, Emily. I want to get some ducks someday. Yeah, there's been quite a few of them, Gary. My birthday is Wednesday, July 31st, Emily. No way, Gary. Not tonight. Well, I guess Nightbot told you, Raider Rick. I actually put that up there for a friend a couple months ago. And we were having some fun with it. And I meant to take it down. I keep forgetting to take that down. You're fine what you said, Raider Rick. But the dog man used to come in my chat and would swear. Every time he came in, he'd end up swearing. So I put that in for him. You're fine. Like I said, I just did it as a joke. What you said there was perfectly fine. Yeah, I love that kitchen too, Pink Sparkle. At first, I wasn't sure if I was going to like the white pegboard. Because before I saw the house in person, I went back through and was watching some of Jeff's videos of when he did the walkthrough of the house when he first bought it, and when they were doing some of the remodeling work. I watched all those videos, and I was just thinking, I don't know about this white pegboard. I was thinking I might want to paint that tan or something just a little bit darker. Then when I got there and saw it in person, I like this just the way it is. Yeah, it should have only timed off for like 5 seconds, Gary. I was trying to look on the YouTube side so I could see. It's not showing up on StreamYard. Yeah, it was just more of the trigger words I put in there. That was just a joke for Dog Man, and then we're having some fun with it. But it should have only been 5 seconds. I don't know, it shouldn't be deleting any of his messages. I'm going to go in Nightbot right now while I'm thinking of it and disable that. Let me see. If I can find where I need to go here. Yeah, I'm seeing here where it said he was timed out for 5 seconds. No, I forgot how to get rid of that. Well, leave link that open there, so I can go back and check that afterwards. I'm not finding very quickly how to get in there. Well, you know, Gary, you and Eddie need to do another 24-hour live. The two of you together. Yep, I'm looking forward to that kitchen. That's for sure. You actually did block someone on my channel quite a while ago, Gary. I think you did it from Belt Loop 29. I actually found out what it was. The person whose channel it was, her kids were on there screwing around that day. I didn't realize who it was at first, but then I realized who it was, and it wasn't who the name was on there. It was her kids. They were jerks when they wanted to be. Some of you probably remember that there was someone on here saying, I hate this person, I hate that person. And that was the one that I'm talking about. And it wasn't even the person whose channel it was. It was her kids. Yep, I saw that, Gary. In fact, I was just getting ready to time that person out, and Simon beat me to it. And then you blocked him. Yeah, when you're new on someone's channel, you don't go on making a joke about something like that. If everyone knows you and knows that you're known for jokes, that's one thing, but yeah, that's what I'll do, Wanda. I'll line some people up. I know someone did that. I forgot who it was. Every hour or 2 hours, they had a different guest coming up. And they weren't alone at all during the 24 hours. That would be a good mascot, Gary. I'm glad it's not going to be too chilly here. Are you asking me what time when I usually go live? My lives are Sunday at 5:30 Central and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central. The stove is white, J&B. The fridge, I haven't seen a picture of that. I'm assuming, since the stove is white, that she had a white fridge. Because the fridge is coming from the same person as the stove. It's a friend of Dog Man's. And she had the stove posted on Facebook. He sent me a message, told me about it. So I made the deal on that. And then a couple weeks later, he saw me at the store. And he said, well, that same person's got a refrigerator for sale. Are you interested in that? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I already forgot how to pronounce your name. Was it Lena? I'm sorry. I'm not the best with names until I really get to know them. But I appreciate that. Yes, yeah, I saw what Nightbot said to Raider Rick. He timed them out for 5 seconds. And it's because he typed in the word, don't know if I should say it, because I don't want to get hit with ad suitability like they like to do to me. But the thing that holds water back only had an N on the end of it. That was one of the blacklisted words that I had in there. Hello, Brett. Hello, Tony. And for any of you that don't know Brett Hornan, he's the one that lived right in front of me when I lived in New York, and he helped me out some. And I keep telling him he needs to come to Arkansas. And he does the same thing I used to do. he works at the same store that I used to work at, and he has to ride his bike back and forth to work every day. Oh, that's good, Gary. If you guys did one, I guarantee you I'd be hanging out with you guys for most of the time. Hello, Kevin. But we'll have to see once I get moved in there, Pink Sparkle. Because I may make some changes like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. On Gary, it was Laura something. I even forgot her last name now. And you know, I have not seen Boilermaker Rick since you sent me that email on him, Gary. It was a long time ago, Gary. Oh no, it wasn't a mistake. Not at all. I think it accurate before I moved to Arkansas. I think I was still in New York, but it was no mistake. Because I figured out afterwards that it was her kids doing that. But what they were saying to everyone, they should have been blocked. I'll just wait until I do 24 hours, Brett. I'll send you an invite for that one. Well, I got my corned beef cooking. Got my cabbage and potatoes and carrots. Smelling pretty good, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. Leanie. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to try to remember that. Well, thank you for that, Leanie. I appreciate it. I'm glad you'll be back. No, Teddy. No, you didn't block him on my channel, Gary. Yeah, I actually never did have an issue with him. He would come into every one of my lives for a short period of time, maybe a month or two. And he sent me a few donations and then just disappeared. Spaghetti's good without the sauce. No green olives for me. And no black olives either. Yep, that's right, Emily. Taco Tuesday. Oh, ribeye taco sounds good, Kevin. I got to get my grill hooked up and throw my ribeyes on that. Probably do that sometime later this week. Got 3 ribeye steaks in the freezer. They were $6.97 a pound, I think it was. So I couldn't resist. Yeah, when ribeyes are just a couple dollars a pound more than ground beef, yeah, I'll grab them. Well, I'm going to shut my camera off for a minute, and I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'll keep talking. I need my coffee. What's your Teddy? I guess I'll check on my food while I'm over here. Let's get in there. A little bit more soft. Yeah, I wish I could have cooked the cabbage and potatoes and carrots in with the corned beef. But this is going to work out. Turn the heat up just a hair. Corned beef looks like it's getting there. I opened up a different brand of instant coffee the other day. Had to get used to how much to put in. I knew how much to put in of the Walmart brand, but I ran out of that. Then I went to the one I got at Hart's, Best Choice. Best Choice is a little bit stronger. There's a little bit less in. I'm putting in the same amount as I was the Walmart coffee. And boy, those first couple cups were strong. I think I got it figured out now. Can I have my chair back, Teddy? Please? Thank you, Teddy. Teddy said he wanted to take my chair while I was up. So guess what? He goes on camera now. Okay, you can get down if you want, buddy. I hope everyone heard me when I was talking. Dinner's come along pretty good. I'll tell you, I've changed on fish now. When I was in New York, The only fish I liked was haddock. But now, I'm liking catfish. You get catfish all over the place down here, and it's good. Yet my Easter egger is laying an egg almost every single day. In the past 2 weeks or so, she's missed one day. Rest of them, I can't say that for them, though. Some days, they all lay an egg, and other times, I'm only getting 3 eggs total. Yeah, I've had some salmon that wasn't all that great, probably because of the way it was prepared. That kind of turned me against salmon. Oh, welcome back, DJ. And right now, I'm getting anywhere from 3 to 5 eggs, Wanda. And I got 2 more pullets that I haven't been able to get the eggs from them because of the setup that they're in right now. But once I get everything situated out there, I think they're both pretty consistent on laying. That should increase me a couple eggs a day. No, I didn't hear about those bees, Emily. Doesn't surprise me. The chicks are doing real well, DJ. In fact, I had one out earlier. I'll get another one out. Here's one of my Easter eggers. Got light colored wing feathers in her back. Guess I gotta hold her up so you can see her. And then she's got the darker color up around her neck. Oh, and she's a pretty bird. No, honey. You're fine. You're fine. I take you on, pet you all the time. What's wrong? Another one of my Easter eggers. And she got nice coloring in her wings. There you go, guys. Yeah, they're nice and happy. I cleaned their brooder out today. They got nice fresh shavings in there to dig through. No, Wanda. I don't have comprehensive insurance. I looked into it when I first got the van, and it was going to be almost as much with the comprehensive as the liability was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was going to be between $200 and $300 every 6 months. So with this happening, and that is if it was full glass. I'm not even sure if it was full glass, because sometimes there's a deductible on the glass, and sometimes glass is covered 100%. I've had insurance with it both ways. But if the glass was covered 100%, I would have been a few dollars ahead. But for the most part, it really wasn't going to pay for it with what they wanted for it. And as far as the dents and stuff, if that had been turned in on insurance, they probably would have totaled it. Because even though it's not major damage, there is small dents all over the hood and the fender where it comes up, it comes over to meet the hood. There's dents along that, the roof, along the top of the sliding doors. So I think it's going to work out. With the fees and tax, it came to $367 for the new windshield. I was quoted $300. I knew there'd be tax on it. Then I went to finalize the deal. There's also $39.99 fee, so they can have the old windshield recycled. Which I'd rather have them just throw it in the dumpster than have to pay $40 to have it recycled. But anyways, that's what they do. But once I get moved, there's a carport there. And also somewhere I absolutely have to go. Doctor's appointment or something like that. If there's thunderstorms in the forecast and they're predicting hail, I just won't go. I'll stay home with the van under the carport. I imagine it'd be pretty expensive to have the dents taken out because there's so many of them. It's not like there's just a few of them. I'd have to count them, but I would say there's on the entire van, I'd say there's easily 50 to 75 dents in it. I didn't have anything other than cardboard, which cardboard probably would have lessened the damage. And then there had to be some way I could have fastened it down too, because there was some pretty good wind with it. So I think best bet's going to be just try to keep in the carport. And it's not that I really want to pay almost $400 for a windshield, but windshield's in pretty rough shape. So I figured it's best to get it replaced. Because I know that weakens the windshield also. So if something else hits it, it could take it right out now. Well, thank you, Wanda. I'll be happy too. Yeah, bungee cords probably would work. Well, hopefully we don't get another storm like that anytime soon. Yep, that's right, DJ. Happy days ahead. Yeah, I use WeatherBug all the time. There's a couple other apps I have on my phone, but WeatherBug is the one I use most often. Well, I've been on here 2 hours and 37 minutes. Looks like chat's starting to slow down now. So I think I'm going to end this now. Then I'll turn my dinner up a little bit higher so I'll finish cooking a little bit faster. Since I'm not really paying attention to it, I had the temperature down a little bit on it. But I appreciate everyone being here. I have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Okay, you have a good night, Pink Sparkle. Good night, DJ. Good night, Wanda. Good night, Mike. Guess that's all I've been chatting lately. Well, good night, everyone. Thanks for being here.